girl rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
So how about the Mandalorians, huh?
What
Man,
happened now? Did I miss something?
I got caught up on that
Yeah.
2 nights ago, and I can't even tell you what I watched because it just didn't hold my attention, I guess.
Really? Like the most like action-packed episodes they've had ever didn't catch your attention?
Make any sense?
Why? What didn't make sense
I
about
don't
it?
know. I don't know. The what do you call it? The starship battle with Bo-Katan and him and
The pirates.
one and that was good.
Yeah.
I remember that, but I don't remember. Was that? Did they do some other storyline? There was a whole episode, and they were following around. Was that on Coruscant? Was that the one where they were following the scientist around on Coruscant that had something to do with Grogu back in the day?
Yes.
Sure.
Right. Yeah, so there was a whole episode of that, and I was like, where's Din Djarin, and
Yeah, well,
why am I watching a whole episode about this guy?
because that's important to the plot.
Is it, though?
Yes.
So you're supposed to care.
It's of course it's important to the plot. The whole reason they needed Grogu is because they need to clone.
Oh,
to
right,
clone
and
him.
they went to the Navarro?
Yeah,
Is that what
Navarro.
it was
Yeah.
called? Yeah, they went to Navarro. Now they live in Navarro, but they're going to go to Mandalorian and
Mando. Well, we'll see what happens.
yeah.
So in theory, but the part that's I was looking at Twitter earlier, and somebody was complaining or seemingly not understanding why Bo was allowed to take her helmet off at the end of the last episode. It's like,
Did not understand that at all.
well, the whole point was like, okay, you brought in an outsider who doesn't really believe in your ways, but is on board with what you do, but also has been a leader of Mandalore before. So she said, look, you walk in both worlds. You understand the way we do things, and you understand what they do.
She said.
Yeah, but so
I
she
remember
said,
what she said,
go
but
out.
it did not make sense to me.
Go out and gather more Mandalorians that aren't a part of what we do, so we can all be together, is what she said. It's like, if you go out there and you refuse to remove your helmet, they're not going to side with you. Because
So we're going to start the season off making the big deal about the fact that Din Djarin took his helmet off and had to go bathe in the living waters of a planet that's probably poisoned is going to kill him, but actually wasn't poisoned and didn't actually kill him. So he can come back and prove that he actually did bathe in the living waters, so he can put his helmet on and be part of the whole creed and all that stuff, only to turn around and throw it all away and be like, it doesn't really matter. Take your helmet off and go get more Mandalorians. Is that what we're doing?
No, because he's part of their sect. She's not. She was she was accepted into it. No, but they didn't say Din Djarin can go take his helmet off. They said she can because she's an outsider to begin with.
Do not agree with this explanation.
Also,
they welcomed her.
Shoki at all.
They welcomed her.
It's okay. You don't need to see
They patted her on the shoulder.
Yeah.
They, you could tell she was smiling and crying underneath her helmet and all that stuff. And then the next episode, they're like, just take your helmet off and don't worry about it. Could you go get some more Mandalorians for us? Thanks.
Yeah, it's literally what it came down to.
No. Do you have that stupid only when you're talking thing turned on?
No.
Oh, there you are. Nope, now you're back. There was like a weird little box up on the top of mine that lets me split the screens weird.
Yeah, that's usually there.
That's weird.
Yeah.
There you are.
But no, basically it just came down to, look, man, and the other thing that's important about Bo is she's actually a born Mandalorian. She's actually from there. Most of the foundlings are not. They're brought into it. So that's the biggest thing about their covert. And
I think
they're adopted into it.
If you're born into Mandalore and you take your helmet off, you should have your helmet cut off, your head cut off.
No, because they don't believe that. It's the children. It's the children of the Watch who believe that.
If you break the creed, you should have your head cut off.
Well, it's two different creeds.
Because if you remember on Clone Wars and Rebels, they ran around with
they always had their helmets off
time, just as long as they weren't part of the Night Watch.
Death Watch,
whatever.
So
Baywatch,
yeah,
Sun
Baywatch. They're in red, really tight armor, but only around the crotch.
They run in slow motion.
Only around certain areas.
Yeah.
And they fly in slow motion.
And they swim in the waters.
Their jetpacks are yellow. The jetpacks are bright yellow.
Yeah.
We'll figure this one out. But yeah, no, I think that was a big part of it, is that she of course recognizes that Bo was essentially Queen of Mandalore for a little bit at least. But then once she said, look, you've seen the fucking mythosaur Like you're like the destined one, so to speak. I mean, they're fucking religious.
She's the new Anakin.
She's the new Anakin.
Again,
So
if you're the chosen one, why are we taking your helmet off? Shouldn't you be like hardline?
Because she's the chosen one for all Mandalorians, not just the sect.
This I do not accept.
But the whole part is they're like, by the way,
she's by Mandalorian.
Exactly. But like
she go both ways.
She goes both
non-binary.
ways. She goes
non-binary.
She can go helmeted or not helmeted, either way.
There you go.
But then like the whole thing is like she should have said, by the way, take Din Djarin with you because he's got the Darksaber and he should technically be all of our leader. But we're just gonna ignore all that.
Always.
They're gonna make up some bullshit excuse for him to give her the sword too.
Yeah, but she can't.
Always
but that's how she.
protection.
Yes, exactly. But that's how she failed before because Sabine gave it to her. She never won it properly. So,
and Moff is out there somewhere. Very exciting.
Told you.
Very exciting.
Told y'all.
Moff
I told you that he never made
They've
it.
been saying that for like the last 3 episodes.
I know, but Rusty last week had not caught up yet. Yeah, Rusty had only seen the first 2 episodes last week.
Yeah.
I
got been saying it for a while now. They're like, I heard that maybe he didn't make it there, and this, that, and
yeah. Now they know. You know, and then
I need to leave Gus's chicken alone, man. Just leave him.
And I think
the chicken man.
I think the other thing is that I think they kind of tried to off-screen kill Cara Dune. Like I think there's rumors that her dead body's on that shuttle. Like, so she was supposed to be escorting him to his trial and was killed. So
was that the one that got tossed off the show because she did bad things on the internet?
Yeah, because she had an opinion. She had an opinion on Twitter. Yeah.
Okay. No, she did a big dumb thing and compared something to Nazis.
No, she didn't.
No, don't ever do that.
She did.
She compared how other people they don't agree with to how the Nazis turned normal citizens against Jewish people instead of having to do the legwork themselves. And
I understand what she was saying, but she still said it on Twitter like a dumbass.
They were already trying to get rid of her for a previous free thought that she had. You know, it's like, wait, you can't do that. You can't fucking speak like that. It's like, that's the problem with getting in bed with Disney ever at this point. You know. Now it's all woke agenda shit.
So good news, I finished watching The Walking Dead finally.
Oh, did you?
Right. I haven't watched Walking Dead since Carl was still alive.
No,
Same here. Carl wasn't dead yet whenever I stopped watching.
Terrible ending. Another show where they had absolutely no idea how to end the show.
No, because it should have ended way before that.
They just
didn't they just finish the comic book like last year, or they're about to finish it or something? Like it was still going the whole time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
not sure.
But it deviated way off of the comics.
A long time ago. Yeah. I mean, they just started taking the stories from the comics and making them fit to the way the TV show was written.
Not even like just from Jump Street, from prison. That was what, season 2 when they were living in the prison.
Yeah.
Oh God, no,
that was completely different from the comics.
Well, no, so I'm saying they took the storylines from the comics and inserted it into the way they rewrote the TV show. So they kept the prison, they kept Alexandria, they kept most of the stuff. Like the governor was all handled differently, but he still died similarly.
They changed they changed how the wife died. They changed the fact that Judith dies in the comics, the baby.
Yeah, she dies with Lori.
She gets shot with the mom. Yeah. And then Andrea, the blonde-headed chick, the one with the 2 sisters in the first season.
In the early season.
She was with Rick. She is Michonne in the show. Yeah. She's that person in the comics.
Yeah. He didn't run off to go do whatever Rick does.
Were they living in the prison for like 2 seasons?
It was season 2 to season 3. Yeah.
2 and
it arched over.
Yeah, because they established it, and then like they came back in season 3, I believe, and that's where they had really set it all up. They brought in a few new people, and then they basically had like walled off the one chunk so that nothing could come in the other side. They established
and the big black dude that everybody liked,
T-Dog,
the big black dude.
Oh yeah.
He died in the prison in the books.
Yep.
He didn't make it out of the prison.
No, he didn't make it out of the prison.
Yeah, T-Dog died in the prison.
Yep.
Yeah.
In the show, he survived.
No, he didn't.
He was around for a long.
No, T-Dog.
Then it's vice versa.
Yeah, it's going to be the other way around. Yeah. No, he definitely died in the prison because that was a big deal. Because I think he was killed to keep the secret of what's her face.
The big black dude that was with Carol that ran around with the old lady.
Yeah, Carol.
Yeah,
that was after the prison, man.
Not in the show, it wasn't.
Yes, when they went and found those little kids and she had to shoot that little girl and all that shit. That was after the prison.
Are you thinking
that was
about
on
the
their
guy
way
that
to
had
Alexandria?
There was a brother and a sister in the prison, right? And you're thinking, and the brother was the big black guy. Is that what you're talking about?
The big black dude.
Yeah,
the one that ran around with Carol afterwards, the old lady.
Yeah, but no, I thought he died in the sewer of the prison. He got everybody out.
Yeah, and he got attacked from behind, basically blocking the way. That was T-Dog.
Right.
Carol was running around with who was that? It wasn't Daryl at that point. They were split up.
Nope. And that's another one. Daryl's not in the comics.
Yeah, Daryl's
either.
an all-new character.
He's a completely made-up character.
Is he really?
The one that
he's
completely made up for a show.
So Sean's gonna be way late. So we did all this. He said he's got a whole bunch of shit he's got to deal with right now. He's not going to be here till 150 or 250. So we did all that shit just to make sure.
So we can just hang up and not do this and save battery life.
No, we can just sit here and keep talking because we're recording this anyways. So,
well, we can do our week.
Yeah, while we're waiting on Shaun, we'll just do the normal shit.
What's his face? The Punisher, John Barenthal.
Yeah, Shane.
Shane in the comics, he dies in like the very first comic.
Yeah, he dies early.
Well, he died in the first season, right? So that's
he didn't make it that far. He died in the first comic, like when Rick was getting out of the hospital.
He died in the second season.
Second season. He died right before they went to the prison.
Yeah.
Was it the second season? Okay.
Oh, that's right. The prison wasn't second season. Prison was third season.
Nope. Yep.
Because they got to so when
second season was the farm.
Yeah, season 2 ended with them running away from the burning farm, and then just over the trees they showed the prison at night. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, I can obviously spoil this because they ended the show and that season exactly the same way that they ended every other season. There's a swarm, they kill them all, they seal up the walls, and everybody's happy again. And
that's how they ended the show.
That's how
they didn't explain anything or fix anything.
Nothing.
It's just going to keep going. Oh, good for them.
Like you could have had a season 12.
So they had an ambiguous ending. Got it. Yeah, let you figure out whether they live or not.
Cool for them. Well, they won't, so it's fine. Well, no, we know some people live because they have the show that's in the future.
Yeah,
it's like Carol and Daryl are getting a spinoff apparently.
Well, Rick is supposed to have movies that go around him after.
That was happening when he left the show 3 seasons ago, and it still hasn't happened.
Shit.
So
actually, yeah. So they actually created more questions, which might explain. Okay, if they are doing movies, then so they actually showed Rick and Michonne.
Yeah.
So you guys don't know this. So Michonne actually left.
Yeah.
She went off to find Rick and then disappears for 2 seasons. You would never hear about Michonne again.
Yeah.
And then in the last episode, they show Michonne in all this leather samurai looking armor riding a horse, and she's found some clue to where Rick is, and then she rides off into a horde, which I don't understand why you would do that, but anyway. And then they show Rick, who looks like he's found something that was Michonne's, so then he runs off like he's going to go look for her, and then they cut back to the main stronghold where everybody's hanging out, where they've killed the horde and they've built everything back up and everybody's happy again, and then roll credits, and you're kind of going, so what happened with all these people?
Yeah. So then, what I was saying about Shane, and I thought this was interesting that they did it. The reason why they expanded them in the show was because a lot of the comics, because I owned the first 12 years in the compendiums.
Yeah.
In a lot of the comics, Rick has lots of running internal monologue, talking about what he should do or shouldn't do.
Nice.
And since they had no way to do that in the show, what they did is any of the negative thoughts he was thinking, they made those Shane's lines. So all that crazy shit that Shane was talking was thoughts Rick was having.
All right, cool. So I looked up who we were trying to figure out. Okay, so T-Dog did die in the prison. It was Tyrese.
Tyrese.
Oh, Tyrese.
The hammer guy. The guy with the hammer.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that was the guy that she was with the 2 little girls.
It's not confusing because one of them is T-Dog and the other one is Tyrese. That's not.
But he was the one with the sister that died in prison. That's what it was.
Good.
So
Gotcha.
yeah. No, but I mean, he died not that much longer after that, right? In the next season.
He made it for. I think he made it to Alexandria.
I don't think so. I think he died prior to that, trying to save them.
Really?
I think so.
Maybe. I don't fucking remember. It all blurs together after a while.
And also, I also haven't watched it in 4.5 years.
I just know they literally started the show out deviating from the comics, and the further it went into the show, the further they got away from the comics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were close on Negan, but they did tweak a lot of it. I mean, they had to tweak everything because they, like I said, any of the changes they made, they had to tweak it. So
Negan was the best part of that show, but I heard they fucking pussyfooted him the last couple of seasons he was on.
Probably.
Well, again, last episode with him, it's like everybody basically believes that they should just murder him for what he did to what was the husband's name there? The
Which
Greg, the Asian guy.
Oh,
It was the one where he hit him with the bat.
Yeah, that was
but he didn't die, and then he mocked him, and then he hit him again, and he killed him, and it was
that was straight out of the comics. That was
Ma-
almost shot for shot.
Yeah,
from
that was
the
shot-
comics.
yeah.
Why can't
Glenn.
remember Glenn? Yeah,
Glenn, thank you. So they're
I
basically
just made a post about him.
Negan should pay for this.
Yeah.
And Negan's all remorseful now, and he has been remorseful all season, right? I'm sorry that I did that. I did what I had to do for my people. If I had to do it again, I would, right? All this stuff. But I am sorry for what I took from you and all this stuff. And then meanwhile, Glenn's wife, and
Maggie.
I can't remember her name now, and Maggie, thank you. Maggie's
You can call her Martha.
I can never forgive you for what you did, but you can't stay, and you can't stay here. No, I didn't. And you can't stay here.
Negan and Maggie both played Martha and Thomas Wayne
in the
BVS movies.
BVS, that's right. I was going to say it wasn't in the Batman.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was really funny because that was like the height of The Walking Dead, and then they both show up in that short scene of the flashback, and they were like, "Okay." But I mean,
gonna cross over Batman with The Walking Dead.
That was Lauren Cohen plays Maggie, and I know her from Supernatural, where she played one of the hottest characters in the show. So I'm a fan. Always been a fan. And then when she showed up, like walking around in like tank tops, fucking a little sweaty all the time in The Walking Dead, it's just like I'm on board. In a country accent. It's like yes, please.
Isn't she English in real life?
I don't know if she actually
has an accent, right?
Well, she was in Supernatural, so I don't know if she was in this one. I know that the main.
I thought I heard her talking in real life, like in an interview, and she had an accent.
I mean, she might. Well,
sorry, you're talking about Maggie in The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think she is British, but I'm not sure. Like, well, clearly Google's.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, American British actress.
Yeah.
I don't know what she sounds
like. Lauren Cohen. Yeah.
I got her right here.
You wish.
Yeah, honestly.
British American actress.
Yep, there should be.
There is. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, no, I mean.
This is some good podcasting, y'all.
It is, but I mean, like normally, well, since we weren't expecting to have to wait on Shaun, considering we did everything in our power to wait for Rusty, then we didn't have to wait on Rusty. Now, the one person that we were making sure was going to be here is late. So I'm guessing something went down. He was ready to get going, but either way,
you can always rely on the Rusty mechanic.
Yeah, well, most of the days. So either way, well, let's just get started here, and then when Shaun rolls in, we'll do the change up. So he turns off his camera real quick.
I'll be right back.
All right. So
literally, as you say, we're gonna get started. He goes, "I'll be back."
Just as he says, you can always rely on me. I'll be right back.
He walks away.
Yeah.
Fucking lying ass.
Lying ass. All right, I'm gonna pause.
That was too tight.
You literally had to pause to change hats.
Did you want this noise in the middle of your podcast?
Who cares? I can edit.
It's no worse than your vocals.
It's no worse than dogs barking. It's no worse than dogs barking or crows going off constantly.
It's true.
So balls. So actually, I don't know if Shaun realized we meant 2 p.m. Eastern. I think that's one reason he said he would be in at 1:50. Yeah, I don't know if he realized. I don't think he realized that we meant. I should have.
If that motherfucker is going by Central Time, I'm gonna fucking punch him in his dick. He knows we go by real time only on this show.
Well, to be fair, he's never here.
No.
To be fair.
Always.
To be fair.
Real time.
Yeah. So, by the way, I did rewatch all of Shorzy yesterday due to Christine.
Shorzy.
Yeah, Shorzy, the Letterkenny spinoff.
Oh yeah.
The hockey guy.
So on my 6th rewatch. It's so fucking good.
I still never finished Letterkenny.
Just watch Shorzy, because like just one season.
Nah.
Speaking of Christine, real quick here. By the way, guys, welcome to episode 47 of the Now You Made It Awkward podcast. I'll just slip that in here, so when Shaun arrives, we can just get to it.
What? Jeez.
Tommy has to drop in. He has to go hi, like
Yeah.
the opposite of his
Exactly.
bye.
Okay, hi.
Hey, hi.
Hey,
So
hi.
so
Hi, Kay.
so last night I told you guys in the chat that Christine, good old Christine, was going to be watching the final Jurassic
Oh,
World movie. So
Dominion.
here's her
You
review.
told her not to.
Yeah, I did not tell her not to. I was being nice. So here is her experience. I will read it real quick. So she said, "Well, I watched it."
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I love this. She said, "I sat down, got comfortable, didn't get up until the movie was over. Awesome, action-packed movie. I skipped my popcorn, ignored the cats, which is a big deal for her, and didn't even change the channel once. Lots of action, and they brought back a lot of my favorite characters. I think part of that comment was about our lack of attention that we talked about last time, Rusty. Where people can't sit and just watch a thing without,
Oh,
breaking off to
okay.
do other
So
things.
she's
So
better than us. Okay.
yeah, and she watched it like late. I think she started it at like 11 o'clock last night. So that's pretty impressive. All right, so I'm so glad they didn't kill off Laura Dern like they did in Star Wars and got her away from the stupid husband and put her back with Sam Neill. So love Jeff Goldblum. He is one of my all-time faves and always stands out ever since he was in the first Death Wish movie. I was unaware of that.
Yeah, he was one of the gang members, I think.
No shit, didn't know that.
Interesting.
He's also great in Law and Order: Criminal Intent.
Criminal Intent is the one I used to love him on.
Damn, I actually never knew he was in there.
Yeah, he took over for Vincent D'Onofrio when he left.
No shit.
Yeah, I never watched any of those. Okay.
I've seen a few.
Oh, those were the best ones. CI was my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, I didn't.
I watched the show because I like Vincent D'Onofrio. I didn't, and when he left, I was like, all right, I'm done with this. And then so I didn't realize that Jeff Goldblum had come in. So
yeah, I didn't either. And then she says, glad to see BD Wong almost get redeemed. Also, BD Wong from Law and Order as well.
Law and Order,
the original, right? Or SVU?
Yeah, no, both. He's the medical examiner, so he crosses all of them.
Okay, yeah.
I think he's crossed onto all of them, but he started out.
Yeah, because it's all in New York. So, all right. So glad that other guy got those spitting things attacked him like in the first movie. So she liked that Dodgson died at the hands of
Dude, I just found out. Did you hear why he was the new Dodgson?
Yeah.
Because Dodson's from the original movie.
Yeah, they had to replace the actor because the other guy was.
He went to jail because he's a pedophile.
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't remember exactly what it was.
I didn't know that, dude.
That guy that was on Seinfeld.
No, the one he was talking to, the one who gave him the can, and he's like, "Thanks, Dodson." He's like, "Don't say my real name." He's like, "Dodson, we got Dodson here." That guy he's talking about. Yeah. That's the same dude. That's the same character in the new movie. Oh, but it's a different actor.
Different actor. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
So
because the original actor got locked up for being a pedophile.
Yeah, I know he went to jail. I just forgot why. But yeah, that's unfortunate for everyone.
Like sexual assault against a 12-year-old or some bullshit.
Yeah, damn.
Fuck putting him in jail. Put that motherfucker underground.
Exactly. All right. So she said she loved the scenes with them on the horses herding the Parasaurolophus. I had to look that name up. So she looked up Parasaurolophus, but didn't look up Dilophosaurus. That's kind of funny. And then at the end with the elephants and the other ones. So like when all the animals are just working side by side with dinosaurs peacefully all over the world somehow.
It's popcorn movie, but it wasn't a great movie.
No, it wasn't.
There's so many holes. Like they just. And we were releasing the dinosaurs at the end of number 2, and then number 3 they just jump into they did like a 5-year jump, and they're like, everybody just gets along, dude. It would take a lot longer than 5 years for humanity to get used to fucking dinosaurs running around everywhere.
Yeah,
again.
and I think
it would wreck everything.
Yeah, I think that was well. See, that was the point of the little shorts that they released. I don't
got time for all that bullshit.
But those shorts were supposed to be the opening of this movie. That's why it was fucked. So they were supposed to show the humans not very well interacting with the dinosaurs, and then that was the point of the end where like dinosaurs are literally everywhere. Like that little girl's like playing with some little tiny dinosaur in a park. Like, okay, just because you fixed it.
By the way, those are compies and they'll kill you.
That was not a compie. That was something else. The compies are bad, yes. But like the thing is like, okay, so we just.
But can you say their real name?
Procompsognathus.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird. Yeah, we call them compies for a reason because we don't call them procoms. That would sound a little too marine-like or Navy-like. All right, so let's see here. She said also one thing I'm tired of in these productions lately is them using so many cold-looking environments. Between zombie movies I just watched, The Last of Us, and then this one, I really want to see some warm stuff. I'm very tired of winter at this point. I mean, that's pretty fair.
Hold on. Here you go, Christine. Warm stuff.
Yeah.
She won't.
There,
She,
you
she
have
won't
all
see
the warm
this.
stuff you want.
She.
Your pool
Well,
is
that's not my
green,
problem.
though.
Tell her to pay her to be on the Patreon.
There you go.
Your pool is green.
There you go.
There you go. It's 90 fucking degrees.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Oh, by the way,
What?
this morning it was 22 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's
Nice.
too much.
Real temperatures.
It was
Real
it was
temperatures.
humid as crap, and we're supposed to have like
In
10 days of
April.
rain.
So that's what -10 for you guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
See, look at me knowing my
Look
fucking
at you
fake
knowing
math.
shit. I'm so proud of my American friends.
friend, just the one.
Friend. Whoa.
Just the
Whoa.
one.
And it's Shoki, by the
Whoa.
way, not Rikki.
There we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's an awful big assumption to be making.
Oh,
There you go.
guys.
There you go. All right, so she finishes off. She finishes with, overall, it was a great movie and kept me interested the whole time, which is a rare thing. Don't get me wrong, I like most things I watch, but to keep my attention takes work. I mean, I'm glad she enjoyed it, but I disagree on virtually all of that.
So she's not a uber nerd is the problem. See, we dislike it because we're uber nerds and expect a certain level of things. She just wants a fun movie. She likes a good romp.
Yes.
She wants to be entertained.
Yeah, I mean, which is totally fair, because like for the normies, it probably was a fine movie, but after knowing like all the stuff that was cut, all the things that were changed, like the movie was supposed to be way longer because they cut out, I think.
I don't even know all that stuff
Yeah.
because I don't care about all that.
Well, because-
stuff.
well,
Just scientifically, the movie didn't make
Talk about all the
sense. And
exactly
having
the
it-
plot holes, all that
the
stuff.
member berries
Yeah.
shit, no bueno, and that stupid the crickets thing, the locusts. No evil maniacal
Yeah.
fucking genius would do that to where it can literally take somebody who doesn't know anything about computers 0.2 seconds to figure out that he's attached to it.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, like every one of them was
But-
tagged with like his personal signature. It was fucking ridiculous. It was dumb.
Yeah. I mean, like the idea of introducing a plague that would only affect everything but your
Other
stuff.
people's crops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
a big red sign,
Yeah.
buddy. Big red sign.
Well, that's the problem when you become a giant evil maniacal omnicorp type thing, is that you expect no one to ever catch you, and even if they do, they expect nothing to happen. But like the entire like underground world of like the dinosaur black market shit is just like it's like
What?
yeah, that was part of that movie. Like they literally
You didn't watch that one where they went
No,
over
I
there had
haven't
the dinosaurs?
Okay.
They had the dinosaurs fighting in Italy or some shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? No, I haven't watched
Yeah.
it yet. I
Wow,
haven't
you
had-
just
I
got
haven't had a chance.
really loud, Rusty.
Sorry. I might have moved my microphone.
Yeah, it's
You
like
obnoxious shithead.
I like balanced
I
your
have a
audio,
mic-
and then you just got really loud, so it's fine.
I will now do my apologetic Canadian. I'm sorry.
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 Fuck.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna trim just that part out and have it as a sound effect. Just sorry.
Just us doing sorry.
Yeah, just
instead
sorry.
of the seagulls doing mine, it'd be Rusty's head going sorry.
Yeah.
By the way, can we also get the Bruce Lee water sound clip and throw it in there? every now and again?
Nope,
that
that's
belongs.
Bobby's.
No, I do not. I
That's-
do not
that's good
specifically.
stuff, though.
I do not specifically copy Nerd Rage. I just slightly copy Nerd Rage.
I love that clip though.
No, it
It's
is
so
it is hilarious. But seeing how we don't have an Asian on the show, the joke is kind of
It would
wasted.
just be racist.
It's just racist at that point. We already do the
But-
Canadian jokes from To Be Fair and all that, and I do have all the buttons for that. I just don't use them because you guys can't hear it.
You wouldn't hear them.
Yeah,
It would just be randomly over you talking.
it would be in the edit. Yeah, there's no way for me to project it into Discord. Unfortunately.
there is
Gotcha,
a way.
gotcha. Yeah,
We just haven't figured it out
Yeah,
yet.
no, it's getting there. So actually, because Rusty has a Stream Deck as well, I had issues with my Stream Deck in the last week. I could not get it to actually function with OBS. No matter how many times I reinstalled the plugin, it would not even recognize it. Like, what the fuck is going on? So I looked up all these things. Like, is it a problem with Windows 11? Is it a problem with the latest OBS update? Because usually one updates, the next one updates. So it's trying to keep up, right?
Yeah.
So finally, I just said screw it, and I went in the folder and I deleted all of the plugins, like the added-on plugins, and then
for OBS
for
or
all
Stream
of
Deck?
them, all of the plugins from
Oh, just
Stream Deck,
everything. Okay.
except for the base ones that are already preloaded.
Yep.
And then it instantly worked. As soon as I deleted every other plugin, including OBS, it worked just like it had done from when I transferred my profiles. I was like,
Oh,
so there was two. There must have been like two plugins that were counteracting each other,
Yep.
and it just didn't want to work. Why are you sitting there playing with that KO there, Rusty?
because I have to make videos because I said that I would.
Yeah, I guess that's
What
probably
is it? A pengu?
the ping.
It's the Tango Toys Omega.
Yes.
The
KO.
KODX9.
So
Straight up,
disappointing.
like not even off by a little bit.
No, I actually had a guy. So
There's a couple small
we talked about it.
details. A couple small details.
It's the foot rotation is slightly different. Like when you go into base mode.
So when I posted my unboxing video a couple days ago,
Sure.
the first comment I got was from one of my subscribers. He's like, "Oh, I love DX9 Gabriel. He's amazing."
You literally knew what it was right off the bat. Yeah.
I went. So this is a knockoff Legend scale. I said that in the video, but that's fine. But he was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I just went, "Oh, so you didn't actually watch my video? That's awesome." Okay, cool.
I didn't because we had already talked about it. So it's like,
yeah.
I didn't because I didn't know you had a new video.
Yeah, Ricky unsubscribed like he said he would. So it's a good thing that Ricky is 100% on his word. So yeah. So either way, since we're waiting on Shaun, let's just blow through our weeks really quick.
But so Rusty's not butthurt. I did resubscribe a week later. So you still have the number.
I was watching my subscribers and I was like, why did I lose 2 and then gain 1 and then lose another?
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking it had to be you guys, right?
It wasn't me. I still haven't unsubscribed.
One of them definitely was me.
Look, I haven't unsubscribed, but I'm not bothering to watch. So I'm twisting the knife. I'm twisting the knife just a little, but I'm not going to pull it out completely, so to speak.
That's what he said.
Okay.
Yep. So either way, I've gotten a few boxes in. I've got videos going to be coming up from that, new in the kitchen videos, and then little things have come in like today where I got the beanies here. I got that, and then I guess I'll drop it here because nobody really listens.
What's with the red lights?
Those are my back.
Yeah, we noticed.
Those are my
sexual robot party.
Those are my background lights for the live streams, and I just said fuck it for the patrons. They can see my lights. They already know the patrons are IDHMS subscribers, anyways. So, and I keep looking.
I'm not.
No, you're not. So
it's like Amsterdam back there. It's a red light district.
I'm gonna have Rusty on one of these Friday nights, and we'll go or Thursday nights, whichever. We'll have him on, and we'll go watch some music videos or TikToks. Watch some funny TikToks, Rusty.
Sure,
that'd be fun.
I'm in.
Yep,
do it.
So either way, the other thing is
I've never been invited to be on his other stupid shows.
Because your stupid show is on whenever mine is.
On Thursday nights?
On Friday. Thursdays you're usually baseballing.
Are you hurt?
No.
Are you hurt, Ricky?
Or you go to bed early because you got to work.
Or just a bunch of excuses never to even ask.
Yeah, well, they get enough of you here, Ricky.
That's true.
They only love you so much. They only love you so much. Either way, guys.
More than I love.
Also, real quick, promos, I guess, because we're here. Shoki stuff, Ricky stuff, Rusty stuff. There we go. Where is it? Just
check the links in the description.
There we go.
The interwebs.
And I do have to fix Rusty's links now because he eliminated one.
I moved my shit around and confused Shoki.
Yeah, I gotta fix all that.
That's not hard to do.
No, it's just like because I was like, okay, wait, what am I removing? What am I not? Because you just sent me the things, and I'm like,
just remove everything.
Just remove it all. No more.
Like you made it
stuff.
too complicated. Yep.
Just
you know what the most frustrating part about that was? So the one channel handle, right? They call them handles now on YouTube.
Yes.
So one of my handles ended in TMT for Transverse Masterpiece Theater. The other one just said the Rusty Mechanic.
Yep,
so
I saw that.
I took TMT and moved it into the Rusty Mechanic, but still had the TMT handle.
That's why I was confused.
Then I tried to change it to just the Rusty Mechanic.
Yeah.
And YouTube goes, "Oh no, it's already taken."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I know, motherfucker.
By me.
It was mine, and I deleted it. So give me my handle back." And anyway, and I
Bobby got flagged one time for like one of his songs playing in the background or something. Like he used.
Well, he got a copyright claim on his own song.
Yeah,
but
that was playing in the background of his own video or something.
Well, I think it was because the sample he used is a legit sample. Well, all of his samples are.
But it's one he paid to use from YouTube.
Yeah.
And then they flagged it.
Yeah, even though he used it in his own video and it was his song with the sample in it.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of people run into that problem where they're actually using like music from the YouTube library, and then YouTube is flagging them, and they're like, "You owe us money."
Well, the thing is,
it happens on StreamYard all the time. StreamYard has that free music you can use.
Yeah.
On ROC, we've been flagged on that for using their free music. They flagged us because
StreamYard.
Last week, Shoki used StreamYard. He ran a show. He had that song playing in the background. Their algorithm heard it play in his background a week ago,
Right.
and then said, well, now you're playing it in this one, so now you're copyright infringing his video.
Well, the complicated part about that,
It's crazy.
the copyright gods
I mean,
have
it's
gotten
easy
worse.
to beat, but it's
Yeah.
still a pain in the ass.
But the copyright gods have gotten worse. That's one thing we covered early on the Friday live stream, was there's a reactor YouTuber that most of us follow over there, and she got not just a claim, not just a block, an actual strike, a hard strike for a reaction she did. So she does reactions and like full breakdowns. So she's like a trained opera singer and shit like that. So she breaks down the singing and all that kind of shit.
Right.
And so she actually, apparently what happened was they got the original copyright block. She fought it, it got released, and then when she re-uploaded the video, they hit her with a hard strike, which is fucked. All of that's is fucked. But then here's the to extend the
fighting that to get it taken away is heard is a pain in the dick.
It isn't, because like if you can prove that it was false in the first place, then it can go away. Or the person who filed it, which it was actually a takedown notice, so like, which is not normal in today's day and age, because at this point, just share the fucking revenue. You know, who cares? Especially in this case, it's not like I uploaded your entire music video again. You know, I literally did the thing. But in her case, whenever she did her live stream Friday talking about it, they had already released the strike. Like, it had already been.
What song was it?
It was a cover of "To Make You Feel My Love" by Home Free, and because they do romantics.
Thanks, Universal Music Group.
Sony.
Did you know it was them?
Nope, it was Sony. Sony via Orchard. Yeah. So Orchard Music used to be their label, but then it turned into just their distributor, so they're off label. But Orchard got bought by SME, so now Orchard hits everything, but they're hitting it on. The funny part is it's a cover song in the first place, so the original singer isn't getting anything, but they're filing it on behalf of the person who sang the cover, which is even more insane. So, but the fact that it got released and then she was still bitching about it, it's like, okay, you could have made a video that showed it happened, but if you've already admitted that they removed the block and the strike,
like, it's been resolved.
It's already been resolved. Why are you still talking about it, still fighting it? Right. Yeah, the system is fucked. That's just YouTube. It is what it is.
Yep.
And then it allows the major corporations to just run wild. That's why, like, Bobby's Boogie Bop will never be on YouTube, despite the fact it being such an amazing show, because he could never do it. Now he could upload it other places. He'd
have to pay for copyright.
No,
that's the problem.
No, you don't.
You realize that just like one of his shows, if he had to go anywhere near like a YouTube, he'd have to spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to upload one of those shows.
That's part of the thing, is that it's YouTube. That's the problem. That shit, the way he does it, would not be a problem other places. He can upload it other places. It'd be less visible than YouTube, but he could easily just link it. He could easily just link tree all of that shit, because basically it's a radio show. It's really what it turns into. It's a radio show.
Because they talk across it. He does sound effects across it. They sing across it.
Much
it's
work.
not just the song playing.
No, and that's why I said it's like it. I mean, and while a lot of people see Rumble as only one thing, like it's a right wing whatever nonsense, it's like at this point second to YouTube in content creation. So it's like, now that more and more people are moving to Rumble and it doesn't have the ridiculous things that YouTube has, it could be a viable option for a lot of these creators who don't want to.
I'm waiting for somebody to start up a frenzy.
What?
I don't like a Rumble instead of a frenzy. I don't understand.
They already have a Rumble. I'm waiting for a frenzy.
Joking. He's making a joke. All I know is the colors would be backwards.
And you're a Transformer fan, so you disgust me.
I don't
getting that.
Why?
I don't like transforming.
Okay, but you knew that would happen.
I didn't know that until I looked at the.
Wait, you haven't even transformed it yet.
No, I haven't.
You're transforming it right now.
That's exactly how the Gabriel.
That's how Gabriel works.
I never had a Gabriel.
Those shin guards become the kickstand for the back part of the.
It's the stairs
for the booster.
It's the stairs.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean.
No, you're fine.
Everybody. Go ahead.
I'm drinking my mead.
How do you call yourself a Transformer fan so you don't like parts forming?
Parts forming.
I mean,
every
all in
single
one.
Fucking combiner.
All in one.
What was the very first? What was the very first combiner ever made?
The Devastator. Yeah, and that was
Yeah.
parts for me like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's like everything after
So
Devastator.
fuck all in one.
Yeah, everything after Devastator wasn't.
Nope,
this is-
incorrect.
What?
Incorrect. All their hands, all their feet, all that shit was.
Yeah,
Oh, the
after.
hands and feet, yeah. But I'm
Sorry.
just saying,
The
like,
only thing that wasn't
2023?
was the thighs. You plugged their heads into the thighs. That was
It's
it.
2023, and we have all-in-one designs now, so it can be done.
yeah, and look how skinny
Yeah,
that shit
it's
is.
2023. It's 2023, and look how much more stable the parts forming from 5 years ago.
Just
Fucking
10 years,
Oh, I don't
10
know.
years ago, 10 fucking
that-
years ago.
That Toy World.
I don't know what you're pointing at.
Toy World
Toy
Debbie
World Devastator, where the hip just snaps off for no reason and falls over, just like Omega Supreme
on yours,
Fans Toys.
and then over there,
Never happened to either one. I got both of those figures and never had that issue.
I got 3 of them, never had an issue. I'm with you, but there's too many people reporting like, well, I moved, I heard a crash, and I went out, and the hip had broken off my Devastator, and
That means them dumbasses had that thing in some crazy flex mode against the fucking.
Yeah.
You got people don't know how to use their toys.
It's probably
I've been
doing
listening
gymnastics.
to it for the last. I've been listening to it for the last week with the '89 Batman from Mezco. Mine's coming in tomorrow, and people were setting the internet on fire on what a piece of shit it is, and and it's because they don't understand that it's a whole different kind of figure. It's a metal frame with a latex body. It's not like a normal action figure.
Yeah,
so they'll just get a hold of it and try to. Yeah, they can get a hold of it and just try to crank it like they do a normal figure and snap something. They're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then it has like this powder on it when you first open it. There's like this white kind of talcum-y powder on it.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, what the fuck is this? He's not even black. He's covered in his powder. It's literally in the fucking advertisement for the figure that they had it coated in this powder for shipping so nothing would stick to the latex.
Yeah, exactly.
And all you have to do is take a damp cloth and wipe it right off.
Yeah.
Wipe it down. Nice.
People are fucking
Collectors
crazy,
don't
dude.
understand. They're like, it's not crap ass plastic. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, it's got metal? What do you mean? Oh,
yeah. The
stupid.
fact you never messed with a Phoenician body is showing. I mean, it's fucking crazy.
Rikki out here using big words.
Yeah.
What's the other thing? I've just been watching we've been watching The Masked Singer.
I'm sorry.
God, what?
Well, the wifey likes it. It's fun. It's just fun. Like we caught up on the latest episode this morning.
Part of the problem. You're saying it's just fun, but all those people here is these people love it. Let's make more of this.
I didn't say it was
shit.
good. I said it was fun.
They don't hear good or bad. They just see you streaming it and watching it. That's all they give a shit about.
They don't hear any of that. They have their stats in the back.
I just think that Nick Cannon has completely lost who the fuck he is at this point. Like he's just so I know he's just the host or whatever, but you can see in this latest season he just doesn't give a fuck about anything anymore, including his appearance.
He never sleeps. He's got like 19 kids. What the fuck does he have time to sleep?
And they continually make jokes about it. It's hilarious.
Oh, really?
All right, Sean's about to jump
in.
in. All right, so he just got home, so cool. He'll be jumping in soon.
By the way, speaking of trash TV, the wife has been binge watching Under the
It's Tuscan Moon.
Something of God.
The yachting. It's reality TV yachting.
Oh, Below Decks.
Below Decks.
Jinx, by the way.
Oh god,
it's
giant.
It's fucking terrible.
Piece of trash. It is terrible.
I don't watch reality TV as much as possible because it's an oxymoron. It's not reality TV. Once the cameras come on, all reality goes out the window.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Anyway. So I need to issue a correction to Dormammu from many months ago. Whenever he watched Zootopia Plus on Disney, it's the little shorts that take place in and around Zootopia during the movie. He said it was about keeping up with the Kardashians in one episode. It is not. It's a Real Housewives parody. Just saying. Actually, the funny part is they capture all of the tropes, the way it's shot, the way it's acted, everything. They perfectly recreate one of those bullshit reality TV shows in this thing, and I was like, I was fucking seething. I'm like, it's like I can feel like I'm in full body cringe mode. I'm just like, I can't. It's like I just can't. And I'm like, but I like.
I tell you,
go ahead.
The last time reality TV was real was maybe the first 2 seasons of Real World. Everything after that, once it became a big publicity thing to build up your star power,
what about
it all
Survivor?
became bullshit.
You didn't think Survivor?
Nope. Well, Survivor was fake from
Survivor
is that shit
Survivor's very fake, but at least Alone is actually pretty real.
All of those things are fake as fuck because they have to have medical staff just off camera because they cannot let somebody record themselves in a dire situation where they die because then that is a snuff film.
No, they do it in Alone.
They do not.
Yes, they do.
I promise
the
you.
medical people are like miles away. They have to fly them in. So if somebody has a
I'm
problem.
sure they tell you that.
Well, they show you that. They show you. They show them bringing it in.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Do the people recording it record what they want you to see, and you believe it? Okay, it's reality.
Well, except that the only time you see actual like production cameras is whenever they go to pick someone up. Everything else is like single cam nonsense.
Like I used to remember, like what's his name, the one that died?
Steve Irwin.
Yes, the crocodile hunter.
Yeah.
Like he would show up on this one island, like out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
He'd be like, crikey, look at this snake I found. It's from the other side of the world. Who even knew they were over here? Bitch, that's because somebody with a cage dropped it in off screen.
Yeah.
You fucking looked at it and then put it right back in the goddamn cage. Like that shit was crazy.
That show was educational, not meant to be real.
That shit was crazy. And then what's his name? Bear Grylls.
I liked
his shit was fake as fuck too, man.
I liked that they fully
fake
embraced it.
Fuck.
They fully embraced it now. After he got called out for years.
Yeah, the adventure, the choose your own adventure shit. My kids love that stuff. The choose your own adventure with Bear Grylls.
I like the one where he takes the celebrities on like a 1-day Survivor thing, like just to like make them rough it. It's like
I'm not saying the guy's fake. Like he
he has the
do
skills.
This stuff. I'm saying the whole entire situation is fake.
Yeah. But that's why I like it whenever they send just some celebrity with him to go climb a fucking mesa in the middle of Death Valley, and then it's just ridiculous. It's like, that's where I'm okay with it, But like some reality TV is fine because it's fake as fuck. It's when they're trying to sell it as anything real is when it sucks.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats.